the cyber superstar in China. And the most important thing for the humanoid robots is how their brain was trained. So I'm now here at the Agibot data collection factory, which is located in Shanghai, Zhangjiang Robot Valley. So we can see there are more than 100 robots were working alongside the data collection specialists and doing the works like the daily scenarios such as restaurants, supermarket, and also for the home, family home, such kind of things. And we are today very happy to invite Mr. Yao to join our live stream. Hello, Mr. Yao.
Hi, welcome to our data collection facility.
Thank you very much. And could you please briefly introduce yourself to our audience?
Hi, I'm Mao Qing, and I'm in charge of the embodied intelligence unit in Agibot. And we are now in the data collection facility that's dedicated for hundreds of robots to learn from like daily human scenarios.
Okay, and we know that this is also Shanghai's first data collection center for the humanoid robots. So why you make decision to set such kind of data collection center?
Okay, so because our company spent a lot of effort in developing embodied intelligence for robots, because the vision of our company is to create a general purpose robots and eventually create a unlimited productivity. So that being said, we spend a lot of developing effort into AI, which is maybe slightly different from the focus of some other humanoid companies.
Yeah.
But this is our focus right now. But when we just started the AI development, we found the most challenging part is the lack of data. As a whole industry, we only have maybe hundreds of thousands of high-quality episodes that's available all over the world, but that is far from what we need to have a human-level intelligence for robots. So we have no choice. As a leading company, we have to create the data from scratch, and also we want to share the data with the whole industry to accelerate the innovations all over the world. Yeah.
Many of our audience are very interested about how those robots are trained here. So could you show us around?
Okay, yeah, so as we can see here, our data collection specialists are teleoperating a wheel-based bimanual humanoid robots to do a inventory management work. So if we take a close look here, we can see the specialist is equipped with some VR headset, right? And also he's holding two controllers, joysticks. And using these kinds of devices, he can teleoperate, basically means control the robot to move around and also to use the arms, the hands, and other degree of freedoms to perform like object interactions and certain kinds of tasks. And once we finish a well-defined task, the data, including the sensor data, the RGBD cameras, fisheye cameras, as well as the actuator data, the commands and the states for each motors, right, can be stored and saved. And soon after, it will be also uploaded to our data storage platform on the cloud. And once we have a large amount of such data, we can use them to train our embodied AI models.
Okay, so what I understand, the robots actually imitate the real movements of humans.
Yeah.
Right? So how many times they need to practice for these movements, like organize the shelves?
Oh, yeah, that's an interesting question. So as you just mentioned, the robot is basically imitate people, right? So we use techniques called imitation learning.
Yeah.
And we also developed a foundation model. We call it a Genie Operator 1. That's trained using our own 1 million trajectory data set. And once we have such a foundation model, we just need 100, something around 100 episodes from a specific new tasks to teach the robot to perform a unseen, a totally new task. So it's a it demonstrates a pretty strong cross-task generalization capabilities. Yeah, that's what, the interesting part of having a foundation model.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe let's check over there. Wow, the robot's cooking actually.
Yeah, the robot's cooking, and we can see there's a lot of very common objects, right? We see in our home every day. Some ingredients, some vegetables, and pans, and stove. So as we can see, this specialist is slightly different from the previous one. The previous one used a VR headset and the controllers to control the robot. But for this specialist, he is wearing a special equipment called a motion capture suit. So the motion capture suit can capture each specific joints, status of each joints, right? And those data from the human body can be mapped and transformed into the states, the controls of robots, actuators. So as the specialist is moving around his arm and hand, we see the robot is following his trajectory to do the cooking, the stirring, right? Yeah.
It will be some kind of complicated job because, especially for the Chinese food, you know. So we have so many different kind of delicious in China. So how many times the robot should need to study?
That's an interesting question. So Chinese dishes, I think, is the most complicated one in the world. So for each dish, these days they usually need to collect around 100 episodes to
100.
to let the robot master a certain dish.
Okay, so what kind of dish she already studied? Like fried vegetables?
Yeah, I think I saw them doing fried rice before, and also I saw them doing some Western food.
Western food.
So making burgers, sandwiches.
Burgers. Yes, that's a good idea.
Okay, so here it's doing some
Ping pong?
ping pong ball packaging stuff.
Yeah. It's actually some jobs that in the factory?
In factory, in warehouse, in logistics, in areas, you have a lot of packaging tasks. And it turns out packaging is a kind of job that still requires most of the people in warehouse, because packaging is not a well-defined task for traditional industry automation. The object could change, and the box can also change. So it's very kind of flexible task. You need techniques like embodied intelligence, which features high level of generalization capability to perform well.
Yeah. I think it could be more easier for the robot to work in factory because there are always kind of standard methods to organize some things.
Yes.
Yes.
Factory is a very well-defined environment. You can pre-map the whole environment to create a 3D map, which helps the robots to navigate through smoothly to know exactly where it is, right? And also the tasks are well-defined at each location. That we could ask the robots to do very certain things.
Yeah, and just we are walking around this factory, we can see all the scenarios were designed very related to our real life, like the restaurants, like the office, family home.
Yes.
So how we design all those scenarios, could you please show us around?
Okay, yeah, so we saw some like tabletop tasks, and here we are doing the garbage collection tasks. And so we we designed them on purpose because previous data set we use like those academia data set all include a very toy like a tabletop tasks. Those are not realistic like things we will do routinely on our daily life. So that's why we want to create a data set with very realistic tasks. So in our facility, we divided our facility into certain parts. One is like a household environment. We have apartments, we have studios, and secondly, we have a retail scenario. There's a medium-sized supermarket. Yeah, we can see.
here.
So
Yeah.
the robots can do stocking, also do order fulfillment, do cashier's job every day.
Yeah.
And also we have some industry applications where we ask robots to do packaging from some streamline. Yeah.
This is actually picking up something.
Yeah, this
for
is
people.
this is picking up a food delivery.
Yes.
Yeah, see some milk tea or some snacks. Yeah.
It will very useful, especially in
It will
China,
be very
yeah.
useful.
Just picking up the
Yeah,
milk tea,
milk tea, snacks.
snacks.
Yeah, any kinds of deliveries, packages. Imagine in a senior care center, right? You have maybe dozens or even hundreds of units there, and each day we need to deliver medical, we deliver food, right?
Yeah.
To those units. Then robots is a perfect choice.
Okay. So we now arrive the
Now we are
supermarket here.
We are in the
So
supermarket.
in supermarket, what kind of job the humanoid robots can do?
So he can do like order fulfillment. For example, someone places an order on the mobile phone, and then robots in the store will know the items
The order,
in the
yeah.
order, right? So he will go around the store to pick the required items and put them into a bag. That's order fulfillment. And also it can do stocking. For example, once he notices a certain type of goods is in a low inventory, then he can pick up like additional ones from the inventory to put them onto the shelves. Yeah.
It's quite interesting.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get some stuff from the refrigerator.
Okay.
Okay.
So maybe we can check other scenarios.
Yeah.
So all of those kind of scenarios can change if one company want to especially order some specific scenario. So you can change your places, right?
Yes. As of today, we actually already have customized scenarios, but it's not on this floor. It's on the second floor underneath. But usually, those customized environments are confidential, so
Okay.
we usually don't expose them to like general public.
Okay.
Yes.
So the customer can specially design their scenario.
Yeah, exactly. They can
Okay.
require all kinds of details, and we will help them to kind of mimic the real environments. Yeah.
Just navigation or the maps, like so the robots can just specially. Okay, that job is something will happen in the office.
Yes. So this one we are trying to train the robot to organize the desks. Yeah.
So we can see that your specialist just to put all
Yeah,
those.
she's setting up the scenario.
So for the same kind of movements, the robots should need to practice for, you mentioned like more than 100 times to do the same movements, right?
Yeah, but notice these 100 operations are not identical. So for each time, we usually will try to randomize the environments, the setups, to introduce some level of diversity into the data set. Because if every time you repeat the exact same trajectory and using the exact same environments, then we will have a overfitting problem. That's in machine learning. If a data distribution is very narrow, then your model will overfit, kind of memorize the specific setup, but don't have the capability to operate in a out of distribution environments. That's not good, right? So in each data collection, although we are repeating the same kind of tasks, but we will change details slightly. For example, the place, the location we put them, and sometimes even the lighting conditions, and also the position of the robots, the position of the table. Yeah, we will change them. And beyond that, we also have a digital version of our data collection facility in our simulation environment. So we can create a so-called digital twin version of the facility. In the simulated environments, it's even easier to change all the lighting conditions, the backgrounds, the texture of the table, and the details of each digital assets, right? So at the end of the day, we found if we could use a mixture of the real data and the synthetic data, the model trained from the mixed data performs much better from like just real data or just simulated data.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So how many, what is the amount of the data that we can collect in this factory?
Okay, so each day this data collection facility can produce 50,000 episodes of these kinds of tasks. Yeah.
So will the number increase?
In this facility, I think the number is very stable these days because we've already done a lot of optimizations in all kinds of process. But beyond this data collection facility, we also have some other similar facilities in other cities and provinces. Yeah.
Yeah. So we know that you have open source part of your data. So how do you think that will bring, what kind of transformation that will bring to the robotics research globally?
So when we decided to do the open source of the data set, we want the whole community to use our data actively and to accelerate innovations, right? And we are very glad to see only like 2 months after we released the data set, that's already a lot of users actively using it, including individual researchers, developers, and startup companies as well as tech giants all over the world. For example, NVIDIA in its annual GTC event released a embodied foundation model called GR00T N1. And if you look at their technical report, 80% of their training data comes from the Agibot world data set. Yeah, so we are very happy to see our contribution to the community already creating interesting stuff.
The robots are gathering the data deep learning day and by day. So with the number, if our number increase more than maybe 100 million data, so what kind of intelligence can all those robots reach?
Okay, yeah, so we estimate if we can have 100 million trajectory, of course, those are like very diverse, high quality trajectories. Probably we could reach a GPT-3 or GPT-3.5 level of intelligence for like a physical humanoids.
Yeah.
So it will be interesting because at that moment, I think the robots can have a very close to human level of like physical intelligence. Yeah.
So, in your view, how long that kind of humanoid robots can really be part of our daily life?
Yeah, I think we are pretty eager to see the robots to be part of our daily life, but still we think it could be a gradual process and take several years. And we expect the robots can first perform certain kind of jobs in manufacturing scenarios, in the factories, right? To do repetitive, very like boring works for human today. And then in 2 or 3 years, we expect the robots can start to do some job in semi-structured environments. For example, the grocery stores we just saw, and in restaurants to serve people. And eventually, as robots are delivered and continuously learn from data from all kinds of different environments and tasks, we expect that the robot can also benefit from the so-called scaling law. The more data you have, the higher level of intelligence you can introduce to the robot. So in about 5 years, maybe we would see robots appear in everyone's home doing like things we just saw: cooking, laundries, housekeeping, and food deliveries. So yeah, it will be very interesting to see.
Thank you, Mr. Yao. That's all of today's questions. Thank you for your time to take our interview.
You are more than welcome.
We're really looking forward that the humanoid robots will be part of our job, our life.
Yeah, hope you can visit us in a couple of months and you will see huge evolution.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, you just witnessed the whole process of the humanoid robots training process. And then we were heading to the exhibition hall of Agibot. And see you then. We're now here at the exhibition hall of Agibot. So today I have a special guide to A2 expedition. So, hello A2. Hello, 远征远征.
我在。
Could you please show me around to introduce a little bit about this exhibition hall? 你可以帮我介绍一下展厅吗？
当然可以啊。
Okay, I just follow him.
“欢迎来到致远展厅，见到您很高兴。下面将由我带您参观展厅并讲解。我们致远机器人是一家致力于通过 AI 与机器人技术深度融合，打造世界级领先的具身智能机器人产品和应用生态的创新企业，并构建了领先的机器人本体加 AI 全站技术，拥有远征、精灵、灵犀3大机器人系列。2025年1月，致远机器人的第1000台通用具身机器人正式量产下线，刷新行业纪录。
Okay, he just introduced a little bit about the company of Zhiyuan, and he said Zhiyuan has 3 models of the real humanoid robots like the A2 Expedition and also the AGI X2, and also another model is Lingxi.
最关键的是关节或灵巧手，这2个部分我们都实现了自研，以平台化研发和组件化应用的方式，高效推出远征、精灵和灵犀系列产品。 满足多元化的应用场景需求。
远征远征，
我在。
Can you do the Chinese Kung Fu?
Sure, I can perform some basic Tai Chi moves. Want to see me show off? 好呀，这就给你打一套太极拳。
Hi, 远征。
Hello. Do you have more questions for? Hey, is there anything else you'd like to discuss about the humanoid robot interview questions or something new?
Okay, so could you please give us a brief introduction about yourself?
I'm Yue a humanoid robot from Agibot. I'm 169 centimeters tall, weigh 69 kilograms, and can do various cool things like chatting and showing different expressions.
Okay, so what skills do you have?
I can chat, write, create, control my expressions, and do actions like waving and giving a thumbs up. I can also move around.
Wow, you have so many skills. You are so good.
当然啦，你看我笑得灿烂不？
You are very cute. Okay, have you seen any movies?
I've been learning about many movies. Interstellar is amazing. Its science concepts are mind-blowing. What kind of movies do you like?
I think I like some movies about the humanoid robots. Which one you like most?
Ex Machina is great. It really makes you think about AI and consciousness. Have you seen any robot-related movies that made a big impression on you?
Wow, so will you be that kind of the heroes in the future?
I hope so. I love to use my skills to help people and be a positive part of the future. What heroic deeds do you think I could do?
Wow, so do you know about who made you?
I'm made by Agibot. Our team is dedicated to bringing useful robots like me to life. Do you want to know more about our tech?
You are so good. Thank you very much. So do you have any jobs yet?
Thanks. I'm still learning and improving, but I can chat, help with info, and do some fun actions. Any cool jobs in mind for me?
Wow, that was so cool. Actually, I see you just in the Shanghai Auto Show. Are you there?
Yes, I was at the Shanghai Auto Show. It was an exciting event. Have you been to any interesting exhibitions lately?
Okay, guys, I've seen all of today's live program. Would you like to buy a China-made humanoid robot like this? Okay, thank you for watching. That's all of our today's live program. See you. Bye-bye.